Hello and welcome to Casual Coffee with Ken. I hope you're having a great Wednesday morning. I'm Ken McKim, and on this show, what I try to do is share interesting, fun, sometimes inspiring stories that are all overwhelmingly much more positive than you get on your local network or national news programs. Sorry about that. A little phlegmy today. Yeah, so welcome to the show. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If it's your first time here and you haven't seen the show before, you can comment during the show. I do see those pop up here in the window on my monitor. I can bring those comments into the broadcast in real time. If you wouldn't mind telling me where in the world you are watching from, I love to know where my audience is. It's a lot of fun to talk with people from all over the world. I saw someone was watching the other day from Scotland. I think they were watching on Twitch, which is a lot of fun. I've had viewers from Canada recently, and of course from throughout the United States. So absolutely fun. I love it. That's my favorite part about doing this. It's why I like doing live streaming better than making just videos, because of that live interaction. And just it's fun. Connection right now is more important than ever, right? Since we're not supposed to be making in-person connections. Yeah. So yes. The week is going by okay. Yesterday was a very long day for some reason. I have no idea why. It felt like it was just dragging on and on. I'd be interested to hear what you guys are doing to occupy your time during the pandemic. It's always interesting to hear how everybody diverts their attention. Whether you're working or not working, people are just coming up with some very interesting ways to pass the time, and that's fun to hear about too. Karina and I are still doing well. We're both in good health. Just trying to ride this whole thing out like so many of you are. Tea today. Nothing new. It's just Peach Perfect from Bigelow. We like Bigelow. We like Stash. Of course, we love David's tea. But due to reasons involving how long it took me to get everything set up for the show today, I didn't have time to make one of my normal cups of fancy tea. But I hope you guys watched yesterday, because yesterday was particularly fun. Well, Mr. GDS, hello. Greetings from the Channel Islands. Wow, well, welcome. Thank you for watching. That's awesome. So, how are things where you are? I mean, what's it like there? I know and depending on what state you're in here in the United States, it's on the continental United States, it's a little locked down. So, what's it like where you are? I'm here in Nevada, and we're pretty locked down at the moment. So I'm curious as to how you've been affected by all of this, and if so, what are you doing to keep your mind off it, or just to deal with everything that's going on? Sorry, didn't mean to slurp tea in your ear. That's rude, Ken. So I have a number of fun little stories to share with you guys today. The first one is, for any of you who've watched the show previously, you probably know this about me already. I love illusions. I love visual deception. Okay, I'm a big fan of magic. Don't care to know how the tricks are done, but even when I do know, it doesn't spoil the trick for me. So I found this guy on YouTube who is just brilliant at making these sculptures that are just amazing. Let's see here. in the mainland UK, it's not good, but here on the island, it's not so bad. That's good. I mean, that's good to hear. I think you are particularly well suited to ride things out because you're an island, probably. But we're on lockdown too. I think more places are catching on to the necessity of doing that. So good for you. I hope that you and your family and your friends are healthy and everyone's doing well. It's it can be tough, but I appreciate you taking the time to join us today. All right, so the first video is this artist who does these amazing kinetic sculptures, and this is just one of many. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you, and let's take a look. This is it's just fun. It's called Zarathustra. Can't pronounce that, obviously. But look at this. I could just look at this all day. And this is made of metal. He like crafted this. He designed the thing from scratch. And this is one of those just zen-inducing videos for me. It's crazy. I am not crafty. That is not where my talent lies at all. I wish I was. And this guy is just next level. And he has quite a few of these sculptures. They're just, it's metal in motion, and it is the most relaxing thing I can think of. I love it. So his name is Anthony Howe, and he has a website, of course, because what self-respecting artist would not have a website? And you can see on there, if you go to the gallery, oh, okay, no worries. I'm here every weekday at 9:30 Pacific time. So thanks for stopping by, and you can watch the show after on the replay video. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself, okay? And so, yeah, you can see here on his gallery on the website all these different kinetic sculptures that he has done, and they're just amazing. This one looks particularly painful, I guess is a good word for it. It looks like it would hurt you if you came into contact with it. Look at that. It's like it's just hypnotic looking, isn't it? And Sean says, Gruss got. I don't know what that means. Did you just sneeze? Because it reads like you just sneezed on your keyboard. Look at that. It is so hypnotic. Oh my gosh. I could watch that for hours. It's just beautiful. So check out his website. It's howeart. That's HOWEART.net. Beautiful. Love it. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. If you're feeling stressed out during your day, maybe watch one of those videos of one of those kinetic sculptures and just relax. Just zen out. Because why not? All right, so moving on. Okay, you know I love animals. Well, more specifically, videos of cute animals online. So this fits the bill rather nicely. As Gunther's way of saying good day, he's Bavarian. Very good. Okay, well, tell Gunther I said good morning back. So on this one here, as you're probably aware of, wherever you are in the world, a lot of places have closed down public parks. I've seen pictures online of some with like do not cross, almost like police crime tape, kind of tape around them. So since a lot of these parks are abandoned, there are other patrons of the parks now, since the humans have abandoned them. And in this case, it's sheep. It's sheep. Look at these sheep. Oh my gosh. This is great. Love this. They're just riding the carousel. Why not? No one else is using it. Look at those guys go. Look at those guys go. I mean, they are clearly, they've been watching people. They seem to know how this works. Except that guy. That guy derped it up. But yeah. So walesonline.co.uk. You can find this video, and it was just too much fun not to share with you guys. I mean, what's cuter than sheep riding a carousel? I can't think of anything this morning. You're welcome. So one of the other things, there I go. I'm saying so again at the beginning of every sentence practically. I need to break myself of that habit. Another way that people are getting by in this quarantine is to cook. They're rediscovering, a lot of people are rediscovering the art of cooking, making meals together, baking, trying out new things in the kitchen. What they are not doing is going to Disney World or Disneyland, because obviously closed. Therefore, you might be missing out on a particular Disney treat that you just can't get right now, and that is Disneyland churros. However, Disney has been very generous, and they've decided to share their churro recipe with the world. So if you're jonesing for one of the Disney park's famous churros at home, as you can see on this website, Deseret.com, not desert.com, Deseret.com, you now have access to the churro recipe. And all the ingredients are here in this article. I will share the link to the article after the show. And yeah, you can then visit the Disney Parks blog, and it gives you the step-by-step instructions on how to make a Disney Park churro. Because we all know those churros are next level. And since you can't get to the park and get them, now you can have them at home. And yes, my sentiments exactly, Sean. We're all going to come out of this thing a good 10, 15 pounds heavier. Let's be honest. Come on. And that should be okay. I mean, if you want to exercise your heart out, go for it. Do whatever you want to do. But I'm trying to just be chill about the whole thing. We're trying to eat somewhat healthy. But at the same time, my mental health is worth some cookies and some fudge. Because, yeah, you got to take care of your brain too, especially in stressful times like this. Okay, back to animals. This is different. This is so if you've ever asked yourself the question, I haven't, but apparently these two particular people have. If you've ever asked yourself the question if gerbils can appreciate art, I would say the question has now been answered. And the answer to that is no. No, they can't, because they're gerbils. But this one this one couple decided for something to do on their quarantine, they would make an art gallery for their pet gerbils, who they have named, according to the article here on Sunny Skies, Tiramisu and Pandoro. And as you can see, they're not art appreciators as much as they are literal art consumers. So I don't think this is a surprising result to letting gerbils run amok in their own art gallery. But there you have it. Please don't chew, the sign says. And that's what that gerbil thinks of that sign. So yeah, that's it. Just if you ever wondered if gerbils could be appreciators of art, the answer is definitely no. No, they can't. But thanks for answering that question. Oh my gosh. Okay, going to a little more serious note now. We've covered the topic before on this show about the scarcity of personal protective equipment for medical professionals right now. Those who do have access to masks to wear during their shift, you have to remember they're wearing this equipment for hours upon hours. And it's leaving bruises on their faces, and it's particularly irritating to the backs of their ears because the straps of PPE masks, while comfortable enough for maybe a short trip to the grocery store, if you're working a 12-hour shift at a hospital, you're going to feel that at the end of the day. So a Boy Scout decided to answer the call for a better mask, but he's not making masks per se. He's making an attachment for the masks that makes them much more comfortable and takes all of the pressure off the back of the wearer's ear. And he did it with his 3D printer, and he's in Canada. And you can see these little tabs. I don't know what else to call them. He's calling them ear guards. His name is Quinn Roney. And the ear guards attach to the masks in order to, like I said, take the pressure off the backs of the ears. So you can see here in this picture how the mask can attach to the strap, and then that keeps the string away from the back. Excuse me. That keeps the string away from the back of the ear. So at the end of the shift, you're not going to have red, sore, chafed ears from wearing the masks. And he just prints them out on his 3D printer. His mom said that he just heard about the request from local hospitals to help with this problem. So he's been turning them out by the dozens on his 3D printer. His mom, Heather, has shared the post on her Facebook page. There's been a lot of interest. So he actually made the file that he uses on his 3D printer to make these public. And I will link to that in the description down below. So if you are interested, if you have a 3D printer and you want to churn these things out too, you will be able to do so. But yeah, the medical staff who are using them love them, rave about them. And that's just a fantastic example, another fantastic example of someone doing something that it seems like just a real little thing, but it can make such a difference for people who need it the most. And our healthcare workers need it the most right now. They need all the support we can give them. Sean has a friend who makes masks that have buttons that take the pressure off the top portion of the ear. Yeah, I mean, there are obviously a lot of ways to do this, but it's fun when you see young people actively engaged in something like this. We have a stereotype, not just in the United States. I think it's pretty prevalent throughout various cultures of teenagers just being self-obsessed and narcissistic and not really caring about much that happens in the world around them. This is a perfect example of someone who is definitely not, who's lending their talent to helping improve the world around them in a time when it's desperately needed. And I love to see stories about this that show off innovation, youth, technology, and how just a small idea can have a much greater impact on the world at large. So if you've got an idea to do something that you think can be helpful to anybody, and not just during a pandemic, but at any time, run with it. See what happens. At the worst, it doesn't work out the way that you planned it, and nothing comes of it. At the best case scenario, though, your idea, your invention might help hundreds, maybe thousands of people, and people that you'll never, maybe necessarily know. But we need that. We need to look out for each other. We live together on this planet, and so don't hold back. If you have an idea that you think might be helpful, just do it. See what happens. At worst, you help some people. But yeah. So anyway, that was the more serious story on today's show. And now we're going to go back to something a little more lighthearted here. So people who dabble in video, even just a little bit, are aware of the perils of wearing certain colors on camera. Some of you might know where this is going already because this has been everywhere. Two particular colors you may not want to wear on camera are green and blue. So when the Queen of England gave an address to her subjects and wore a green dress, you can guess what happened next. Photoshoppers and videographers everywhere had fun with that. So many people photoshopped many different kinds of outfits on the Queen, and they're absolutely inventive, and well, yeah, I'm just going to shut up and show you because they're fun. I don't think the Queen's ever going to do this again. Her advisors are going to definitely head that off to the past next time. So there we go. Queen of Hearts. Pretty good. You can kind of see the green halo around here, so they didn't quite get it to match as well as they could have, but still a good effort. Now that is the actual green dress, but someone got very creative with it. And so you have the Infinity Queen, and that's fun. That is particularly creative with that, I think. Wearing a pic of herself, who's wearing a pic of herself, who's wearing a pic of herself. Queen Inception, brilliant. And then you have Elizabeth II wearing Elizabeth I. You know, we're all fans. And Queen wearing Queen. Brilliant. Absolutely wonderful. Perfect. Love it. The Ministry of Silly Walks. It's a Monty Python reference for those of you who are not in the know. And yes, she does not look amused at all. And one of my favorites, of course, because I am a huge Doctor Who fan, why not the TARDIS? Why not the TARDIS? Fantastic. That's a fun one. Corgis are cute animals, absolutely. This is another good one with Queen on there. And this is the one that every time I see this on social media anywhere, this is the one, this next one that everybody loves, and I have to agree, it's the best job. And that's Commander Lizzie, it's being dubbed. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. Fantastic. Wouldn't change a thing. No Sex Pistols shirt. It's probably out there, Sean. I'm sure someone's done that. I don't believe that this is at all a comprehensive list of all the photoshopping that's been done, but absolutely fantastic. Love it. So that's the lesson. Don't wear green, don't wear blue, or, you know, enjoy the results. And then finally, for my friends here in Nevada, there are some resources, more being made available every week, it seems like, for people here who are impacted in a variety of ways, obviously, by COVID-19. And they announced yesterday that $2 million in funding has been made for emergency rental assistance. If you want to apply for said assistance, the resources for that funding are the United Way of Southern Nevada and the United Way of Northern Nevada and the Sierra. And there are links that you can go to apply for the money. It's to help people stay in their homes, stay in their apartments, so that we don't end up with what could be a devastating housing crisis on our hands as a result of this. So again, I will go ahead and post a link to that in the description. On push the wrong button because it's live and live shows are like that. So, but yes, you'll see the links to this after the show on Facebook, YouTube, and yeah, you'll be able to access both of those there. I don't know yet how I can post them on Periscope and Twitch, but I'll look into that. And that will take us to the end of the show today. Boy, that flew by fast again, which makes me a little sad because this is one of my favorite parts of the morning. And all I can say is thank you. Thank you for spending time with me. If you liked today's show, if you got something out of it, do me a favor and share the link, because after the live show, it does stay up as a video that you can find the links to on my YouTube channel and on Facebook and Periscope. Share them with your friends. If you thought this was fun, let them know there's a morning show that's dedicated to positivity and sharing positive news stories with real-time live chat interaction. And yeah, I would just appreciate it. I do this as much for my own mental health as any other reason, but yeah, it's more fun the more people that join in. So thank you again. I will see you right back here tomorrow at 9:30 Pacific time. And until then, I'm Ken McKim. You take care. And remember, when you can choose to be anything in life, choose to be kind. Because now, more than ever, kindness really does matter. All right, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.